And hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Intrepid Dawn. My name is Captain Katarn, and today we're going to get started with a Star Wars Galaxies community night. I don't know how many people are going to join me because I set this up pretty late. Here I am in the middle of nowhere because I was doing some treasure hunting. So, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Captain Katarn. I am the proprietor of Intrepid Dawn. We're a sci-fi gaming channel, so consider subscribing. And if you're an existing subscriber, don't forget to make sure you have that bell notification on so that you get all of our updates. Alright, so let's see, where are we? I am, okay. I'm not that far away from our city, Intrepid Dawn, so I'm just gonna go there now. We're on that, across the rivers there. I'll go and I'll get my piloting gear. And today we're going to do some Jump to Lightspeed, which is one of the really cool aspects of this server that you can do that. So welcome. If you'd like to interact with me in the chat, feel free to. I really appreciate it. Here we go. Oh, I forgot to post the link, so that would make it kind of difficult for anybody to find this. Just one moment, guys. Alright, so right up here we have our city, and it's going to pop into existence here in a moment. I loaded pretty far away, but you can see our central building up there. It's pretty cool, because in Star Wars Galaxies, if you've never seen this before, if you've never played, and you're just joining, this is actually a... And let me know if you can hear me, too. Okay, so this is actually a player city, which means that we have built the city ourselves. Put down the buildings, designed the layout, we're responsible for managing it, and all of that. The only thing that I wish that we could really do, yay for updates, the only thing that I wish that we could really do is terraform the land to, like, pave it and really make it look urbanized, because some of these buildings, like that Capitol building, is freaking awesome. Awesome, thank you, Ross. Alright, so I also want to show you my thing I've been working on. It's been a couple weeks since I streamed SWG, Star Wars Galaxies. I've been playing a little bit, but Rishi's been out of town a lot, and I like to have somebody to play with whenever I do this. So, one, I set up this large house for myself. I have my Jedi crafting station over here. Let me see. Okay, I've got all my treasure maps, too. I've been trying to get... That'll be another stream when we do the treasure maps. But down here, I set up all these chests and everything for me to have for all of the parts. I'm going to be looting for space for my shipwright, and this is basically my, you know, little place to store stuff. So I'm really excited about that. I don't know who has my Mark 1 gear. Okay, this is what we need. We'll take this. This will be for once I level up. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I need to become an Imperial pilot, so I think that I may actually have started on Tatooine. I think we'll just go there. Let me see, do I have a ship? Yeah, I do have a TIE Fighter. Alright, excellent. Hey Daniel, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Go ahead and pull out my TIE Fighter to travel. We'll go to the Imperial Outpost. I'm going to go to Tatooine. I'm pretty sure that the trainer is on Bestine, but I'm going to double check. So give me 2 seconds. Alright. Also, that music is probably not very good for my channel, so let me turn that down a little bit. So far it hasn't been flagged, but we'll see. It might be. Let's go ahead and select the TIE Fighter. Like I said, I think it's in Bestine, but I am going to pull up on another window here. Yeah, Tatooine Bestine. This is widely considered the hardest pilot squad in the game. Well, I dove right into that, so I deserve it. I also have to probably set up my my controls in space because I don't think I've ever used them on this guy. But that'll be exciting. I've got my HOTAS system all working, and that makes Jump to Lightspeed so much better. So I really recommend that. I mean, at the very least, an X52. If you can afford it, an X56 is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. All right, let me just make sure I don't already have a... Oh, I do have a space mission. In the Loke system. Okay. Z95 Headhunters, let's do this. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and launch the ship. I'm gonna pull my joystick out. Phrasing. Oh, that's not good. I hate when it does that. I'm gonna have to try to fix it. Give me a second, guys. Got all this stuff everywhere. Not really set up for a joystick right this second. There we go. Alright, so why isn't joystick axis 4 making this work? No. Damn it. Alright, hang on a second. We will get this. So yeah, it's axis 5 that we need. Alright. Alright, perfect. There we go. That's all we needed to do. Now we're good to go. So I'm in my TIE Fighter, guys. Thanks for being patient. As you can see, this TIE Fighter is a marvel of engineering and awesomeness. So let's go ahead and hit up our hyperspace coordinates. And we're going to go to the Loke system. Lock. I don't know how you say that. I know how I've said it. I've said it as lock in my head since the beginning of time, but I'm probably wrong. L-O-K. Loke. Lock. I don't know. You guys can tell me how you pronounce it, and then we'll do this. So, I'll be honest, I'm pretty... I'm pretty excited about this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. There's something about flying a TIE Fighter that's very iconic. Now, don't get me wrong, the X-Wing is still probably like the ship that people maybe identify with Star Wars more than anything else. But to me, there's just a cool thing to know that you have no shields. Although I do. But you're in a TIE Fighter and, you know, you're basically fighting for your life. It's pretty cool. Hey, what's going on, New Style Gamer? Good to see you, man. Alright, here we go. Now we are looking for rebels. Is it not here? There it is. No. Damn it. Really? Told me I had a space battle. Better have a space battle. Okay. No, guys, I don't think this is right. So I'm gonna go ahead and hyperspace back. Sorry about that. Kind of like a, it's not giving me anything, and I should be in Loke. Anyway, we'll go back to my trainer, and probably should have a mission over Tatooine. So anyway. Oh, dude. You don't have to apologize to me. I put them up for you guys to watch at your pleasure. There's a 48-hour window to vote. So I'll be making the new video tonight. And this stream won't go very long because of that. I'm going to do maybe an hour and a half. And then dive into making the other video. And I hope to have it out tomorrow, but Saturday is probably more realistic. Saturday is the 5 days. for me to do it tomorrow. I have to go to work at like 6:30 in the morning tomorrow, so for me to do it tomorrow would be really difficult. All right, so we're back. Sorry about that. Little bit of a miscommunication. You guys can skip ahead if you're watching this. I should probably have an XP buff, but it's not that big of a deal. Just a couple more X-Wings they get to destroy. Indeed, Imperial. Alright. You cannot mount while riding a mount. I've seen a lot of pictures that say otherwise, but who am I to judge? Zing. Alright, there should be a trainer in here. Here we go. Yes, sir. Alright, patrol the Tatooine system. That's better. That's a lot better. I have no idea what that other one was, but I don't think that had anything to do with what we were supposed to do. Yeah, Jorgie is... I don't know where Jorgie is today. He's got all these ladies he's always hanging out with, and, you know, with a voice like that, who could say no? Oh. Yeah. Jorgie wants to play more Star Wars, what's it called? Or he wants to play more Star Trek Online, as long as we can get a big group together. And I wouldn't mind doing that. I can take that game in small doses. I think the game sucks, unfortunately, but there's nothing better for Star Trek. I mean, there's the Stellaris mod, which is cool, but it's not that group experience of, you know, Star Trek plus story and all that. I mean, there's a little bit of it, but you know what I mean. They're very different. Honestly, I think a Bridge Commander type game would have been the way to go, but you know, they chose their path. And we're kind of seeing that in like the VR, the Star Trek VR that's gotten amazing reviews. If they could have delivered that experience maybe in a non-VR way, I think it would have done well. Probably not as well as they need it to. That's the thing, like whenever you cater to a small fan base like that, it's kind of hard to get the numbers that you need to make it worthwhile. And so that's why a lot of design decisions are made the way they are. Alright, so here we go. I'm coming up on this waypoint. We're going to kill ourselves some Z95 headhunters. It's going to be fantastic. Actually, it kind of makes sense that it would have to be in the Tatooine system as well, because the starter ships used to not have a hyperdrive. They changed that, which is nice, but at the beginning, the ship that you got at first didn't have a hyperdrive, so you'd have to go and buy a ship from a shipwright if you wanted to do stuff like that. So I can't wait. Let's take a look. It doesn't take very long in space. Okay, so we already have our TIE Fighter. Looks like I already started. So the next one would be the level 2 ship equipment. If I get that, or no, we're not here yet. Can't tell with this. They're supposed to be lit up. I guess we're just starting. Once I get the level 3 ship equipment, the stuff I have in my pack here will make my ship like super strong, and I'll have a very nice TIE Fighter. Now the other thing too is if you look, I can't see the TIE Fighter wings. I don't know if that's normal or what. Okay, so we got some Z95s coming in. I also need to work on my targeting systems. Apparently I don't have the right stuff set up because I can't target this guy. Alright, well, that's good. My target under reticle is not working. Alright, very good. TIE Fighter, absolutely. No, this is Star Wars Galaxies. but I'm in a TIE Fighter. And my, okay, so it's good to know that, like, nothing is currently working. My throttle's not working. So I really need to take some time to set up my settings after this. Because I can't slow down. Awesome. Looks like we're done. So let's go ahead and hyperspace back, and while we're doing that, I'm going to fix all of this. Alright. Control-O. Let's go ahead and get our targeting system down. The one that's most important is target under reticle for me. And I like to have it be that. Joystick button 2. Yep. Alright, perfect. That way, if somebody's right ahead, I can get them. Let's try the other ones. I need to do the throttle. I think it's axis 6. There we go. That makes sense. All right. I have played Empire at War. I really loved Star Wars Rebellion. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It didn't sell that well back in like 1998, but it is probably my favorite game of that genre. I mean, even more than Stellaris. I love Stellaris. Stellaris is a better game, but I have spent hours and hours and hours of my life in Star Wars Rebellion, and I loved it. You know, like building the Star Destroyers and having the fleet battles, and back then that was just amazing. You could do stuff like that. So Empire at War to me was kind of like a shallow experience because it didn't have the depth that that Rebellion had. Because Rebellion was like, I don't know. I just never got into Empire at War as much. Maybe because I don't play like StarCraft, so that the whole ground combat thing is just... Yes. How else may I serve the Empire? Consider them dead, sir. So you can see my Jedi here. I've changed my look up quite a bit. I was trying to see if he was going to give me my TIE Fighter suit yet. So I'll end up getting TIE Pilot's gear from him just by doing these. Rebellion is the best, dude. I mean, like, no, honestly, it's not that great of a game because there's some things about it that are lacking compared to modern games, but taken at the time, I thought it was pretty good. And it's probably the most balanced multiplayer that you could ever have for that type of genre. So we'll go ahead and launch the ship here. I really liked it. I definitely recommend it. You can probably find it for almost nothing and or nothing online. I don't know. All right, yeah, here we go. So now I have my throttle working, as you can see. Makes a huge difference to actually have all of your controls doing what you thought they were doing, because then I'm... All right, let me move all this stuff around too. I want this to be here, and that to be there. Good. Put this here. All right, perfect. All right, so let's see. Where's the closest target location? 5K out. On our way. I don't have a booster in this ship, but that reminds me I should probably get that set up. Okay, boosters set. Good. Oh yeah, for sure. And then you used to be able to mod the cards, so I had all of my own done, and I would get them off the different websites that would allow you to have, you know, like the Thrawn trilogy. And I have to be honest, like the original Thrawn trilogy, and then eventually 5-book series, is my favorite Star Wars books. Period. Hands down, there's nothing else that can beat it. A little bit disappointed that they're not considered canon, but that doesn't necessarily bother me because my head canon, so to speak, has always been more important to me, if that makes sense. Like what I think is Star Wars. You know, when you get into the EU, there's all kinds of stuff, and some of it is really bad. So you just kind of pick and choose what you think is okay. Because at the beginning, when they started writing these books, like, there was no plan, and pretty much anything went. And then over time, it had to get more and more shocking just to have people read it. You know, like, having Mara Jade die, it kind of bothered me a lot, actually. So, we'll see. Once it got to Legacy of the Force, one, I didn't read any of the new Jedi Order, because I think the whole, like, it's whoever the hell they are, I think that's not a great idea. I think it was an excellent... I think it was a good concept that was not well done. But the truth is that, you know, outside of Zahn, there aren't a whole lot of authors that can really pull off Star Wars in a convincing way. Oh, so that guy didn't count. Ow. He really hurt me, too. There we go. Okay, yeah, so I didn't really like that. I didn't read the new Jedi Order. And then once I finished Star Wars, what was it, Legacy of the Force or whatever, that 9-book series, I was like, you know, I just don't think that there's anything here for me anymore. Because they took all 9 books to, like, weave this tale that's basically, slightly believable to me. And then all of a sudden it was all resolved in, like, a chapter, not even. And the leaps that they made at the end of the last book, I was just kind of like, wait a minute. Was somebody like, you cannot even write one more page or we'll, like, not pay you or something? Because it was just amazing to me how, there we go, how bad it was. ISB or Imperial Navy? Which one would I be in? I'd be in the Navy. I'm a loyal officer. I don't need to investigate anyone. I'd be very happy serving in the pit of a Star Destroyer or being part of the maintenance repair crew. I think that would be a lot of fun, actually. Check something here. Alright, so my wife just messaged me, what the hell are you doing? I've been messaging you. It's like, honey, I'm streaming, leave me alone. Alright, so we just have to kill one more Commerce Raider and we'll be done with this. This is just the tutorial series. Let me get rid of this too over here. Super annoying. Alright, so I've disabled my droid trainer permanently, so we're on our own. Pass or fail. Yeah, so I mean, in a lot of ways, the reboot just means that I get new Star Wars, but after reading Thrawn, I'm okay with it. I mean, it's still good writing, and the Thrawn that they presented me in that book, I can handle. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I'm not sure at the end how far ahead that skipped. But it almost made me think that he wasn't alive anymore. So I don't know. I know, Ross, I think you read it. I don't really know how to respond to that, Moff Sandoval. I mean, we use story elements and Senate and everything else in order to progress that kind of stuff, so I'm sorry if that bothered you, but it's not a personal thing. Definitely some of your comments will definitely have you investigated by the ISB, probably about 2 episodes from now. But it's not really in public. I mean, you have to understand, you're in an empire situation, and when you're like, my people, and all aggressive, people are gonna have a problem with that. So I think it's all in good fun, but if you're really upset with it, you know, I can I can remove your character and we can put somebody else in there, just because I want to be able to use the command positions as part of the story, because I think that's an interesting way to involve people in the cinematics and things like that. So hopefully you understand what I'm talking about, and if that's still a problem, like I said, we'll address it. Oh, my wife actually just told me that she has a present for me, and if I go down to the mailroom, they'll have the Thrawn pop figure that she has. Hey, what's going on, New Style Gamer? Good to see you. RP reasons. Okay, I'm not sure. So you're not actually upset that I called you out. You just think that you're okay. All right. So we're talking in character here. Okay. Thank you. I wasn't really sure. I don't ever really accept anything as anything but face value anymore, just to make sure that that's, what, this is horrible. Like, I need one more and I don't see them. Because I never accept that everything is at face value, because sometimes it isn't. There it is. There's one right there. Hopefully that counts. Because there are some people that are actually, like, legitimately upset about things like that, and I didn't want to assume that you weren't. Okay. We're cool. We're totally cool, then. Yeah, because I have people message me, and really, they shouldn't do that. But people message me all the time on Discord and say things, and I just never know, how serious it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, unfortunately, your character is getting pretty close to the retirement age, because I looked at it. I think that you're age 108 or something. At 120, we're going to retire everyone, just to make sure that they, that the new people get opportunities, and that you can create a new character and maybe start a different command path as well. But this episode's already written that I'm doing tonight, but I think the next episode we can do something with your character before the end, so that'll be kind of fun. And yeah, I have a great time with it. I mean, and I love Star Trek. Don't get me wrong. I just found it a lot harder to do that series because I'm not, like, in one of my Star Trek kicks. Right now, I'm all about Star Wars, and a couple months from now that might change, but I definitely am having a lot of fun in the game. And I wanted to do the stream at 8:30 at night, and then I was playing my own Star Wars Stellaris thing, just trying it out today on Iron Man for the first time in a while. And I was just like, man, I have to push back this stream another hour. I just want to keep playing. And it was so much fun, but I don't think that you guys would have had fun, because a lot of it's just sitting there, like, playing on fastest, waiting for things to happen. But I liked it. All right. I will not fail you, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely, sir. All right. I also asked, actually, yeah, asking about Georgie's a interesting thing, because I asked him to record a voice for me for tonight, and I haven't got anything from him, and he hasn't told me that he's going to, so that's bad. Right. Well, I mean, you can certainly submit another character as well. I think there's another Moth opportunity that's open. So you change your name. The other thing, too, is the Mount Tantus project. I had hinted at that in one of the cinematics. I don't know if you guys want me to talk about that here, or is that something that you want to experience in the cinematics as they unfold. But I do have an idea on how we can do that. And possibly, reuse characters and things. So it was kind of interesting. I worked from home today. I wasn't feeling well this morning, and I got permission to work from home. And the remote connection is just absolutely terrible because you have to remote into your PC at work to use it from home. And the mouse lag and everything else, I pretty much got nothing done, and I felt really bad about it. But my wife was really upset because these are like, she works 3 to 11 tonight. So that was her time to like have time to herself when I was at the house. And so she was all like, ah, you know, I have my routine, you're breaking my routine kind of thing. Uh, Okay, I'll keep it on the DL for this cinematic, but he could take your place as a governor, not necessarily that governorship. I don't... Just because if we open that can of worms where I start letting people pick what they want to do, all of a sudden everybody's going to be an Imperial Star Destroyer captain or ask for that, because obviously that's like the pinnacle. So the same thing, I don't let people pick their governorships, but it might be possible, certainly. Captains of the Navy can actually survive forever, and the reason being because they are potentially going to die all the time. You saw what happened in the last one. You know, we lost, what was it, 80% of our ship captains in that battle. So, you know, even though they don't have an age limit because they don't technically have an age unless they make the admiral rank, they're still subject to being recycled all the time. So that's really the whole point of it, is to make sure that as the channel continues to grow, there's always room for new blood to come in. And our ship ranks are going to expand significantly. Yes, Emperor Ross. Well, you're certainly positioning yourself well. What's going on, Atinla? All right. Almost done. And then once I can get that other ship, we'll do a lot better. I don't know if I have a TIE Fighter deed or not. I'll have to make myself one. I think I had one, and I gave it to Jorgi, maybe, or somebody. Crap. I appreciate it. I mean, when you look at it, people build these channels. It doesn't happen overnight, right? So whenever I put up my first video, there's like that little bit of expectation that I'm gonna have 10,000 views by tomorrow morning, and that doesn't happen, right? So once you're over that, you're kind of like, wow, this is a lot of work. And then you look at some of the other people that are successful. People like Captain Shaq. He's had his channel for 7 years now. And he's just at, what, like 400K, I think he hit, which is probably, you know, the high water mark for somebody in our genre, as far as what's possible, perhaps. So for me, to be able to have averaged essentially 100 subscribers a month for the last 6 months is pretty cool. And it's just going to grow from here, assuming that I continue to make the content that you guys want. All right, there's the freighter. Sorry. So that's the other thing, too. You have to let me know whether or not you like what I'm doing. It's kind of the reason that I'm not sure that we're going to play... I love to do it. I think if we had more people in the stream with me, it would be better whenever we play... what's it called? PlanetSide 2. Some people have expressed an interest in that, but the problem is that like it gets very little watch time, so it actually hurts me on the channel. So then the question is, do I want to focus on growth or do I want to focus on having fun? And, you know, I tried to have fun and didn't upload videos for a little bit, and all of a sudden that wasn't a great thing. So I want to make sure that we're doing things that you guys want. Okay. I'll see what I can do, Moff Sandoval. Some of your comments that you had made in the Imperial Senate were like perfect for me to pounce on there. So that was going to be the plan. We'll see, though. Maybe we'll shift our gaze to Anthony Donaldson. I know he'll love to hear that. Maybe we'll have a show thing like that, and then later on bring it out that I don't know. How can we do that? Because I was definitely going to arrest you. So. No, that wouldn't be allowed. Toxic, man? I don't know about that. I think that a lot of in in multiplayer games, a lot of what you find is a result of A, who you hang out with, and B, how you act with other people. So I'm just telling you this because I know that you're younger, and I'm not, like, you know, ripping on you for that. I'm just saying that through experience, I found that whenever I played Star Wars Galaxies back in the day, I was, what, like 20, 21, 22? I was not nearly as mature as I am now. Still older than you, for sure, but, you know, I created a lot of drama back then, and I know it now, you know? That's on me. So if you find that no matter where you go, problems follow you, then you might want to consider that part of that is how you act with people as well. All right. All enemy fighters have been eliminated. Yeah, probably not Attila, because that could have problems, because then you want to come back and... I mean, let's be honest, there is nothing in Star Wars Galaxies that is not, quote, easy to obtain. It might be time-consuming, but there's nothing difficult, per se, about MMOs. So, you know, that's just how it works. You can get pretty much anything. How? How could anyone stalk you in the game? I mean, you can, unless you have a bounty on you, you can go pretty much anywhere, and it would be very hard for somebody to know where you are at all times, unless you put them on your friends list, and then they can do that find friend thing. I mean, if people are harassing you and sending you tells, then you should definitely go through the CSR system, because that's why it's there. But beyond that, I mean, I don't know, man. You certainly seemed like you had fun when you were hanging out with us, so I would suggest, if that's the case, to find a group that, you know, that you like and that you can get along with. All right, so we're definitely just escorting this freighter. It's boring work. it's horrible. I mean, this is what they do with rookie TIE pilots, right? Okay, well then I don't know what to tell you, man. It's one of those things, the truth is always in the middle, right? So I'm sure that there's maybe something that you're not telling me, and that's fine. Hey, what's going on? Import Demon Gaming. So is that a reference to cars? All right, so we're just doing our Imperial piloting tonight. I am in my my TIE Fighter here. You can kind of see this. Oh no, hostiles incoming. Punch it. Full power to the drive. It should. There we go. I was gonna say it should center the cockpit any second though. I'll take this guy first, if the transport doesn't hit me. I gotta deal with shields and the armor on the backside. I like to try to limit, you know, all my shots to a single side, so I take out the shields and the armor on that side and can kill them faster, but... There we go. The reason why I don't do that, Moff Sandoval, is actually, it's kind of selfish in my way, because the comments really help my channel. every time somebody comments on a channel or on the channel, it's considered engagement by YouTube. And the more engagement you have on your videos, the better it is for them to recommend you and all of that. So if I were to just put up a straw poll and people clicked on it, there's a lot of people that wouldn't actually leave comments and interact, and so our community would be weaker for it. Here's what I can do, though. Maybe I can put up like a tally during the week or during the day, like at the 48-hour or 28-hour mark, no, 24-hour mark. Then I'll let you know what's going on with that, and so on, if that would work. Yeah, I don't know, Tenla. I just haven't had any issues, man. I can't say that what you're saying isn't true. There's definitely going to be cliques of people out there that are going to be dicks and maybe not like you for all kinds of reasons, and you'll find that everywhere. But, you know. A recommended list. That's awesome. Thank you. You know, and here's the deal too, though. I'm nobody on that emu, or I'm nobody on that server. It's an actual live game server. It's not an emulator. It's taken from the source code. So I'm nobody on there. Very few people even know that I have a channel and that I do this. And I've never had anyone be rude to me. So I'm not sure, you know, what situations you're getting into either for that. Yeah. Thank you for understanding, Moff Sandoval. Part of the thing is the community building. So, wow, there's so many. This is like, no wonder they say this is the hardest squadron in the game. It's the most frustrating squadron in the game. First of all, with faster than light hyperspace being possible, there we go. Finally. All right. We're done. Why would anyone ever have to do a non-hyperspace, you know, cargo route unless you're delivering it to like this little asteroid over here or something? Makes no sense. Oh, yeah. Well, that happens. Don't worry, man. You'll figure it out. What I wouldn't give to be young again in today's world. Seriously. I'm 35, and I know I probably don't sound 35, but more and more I feel it. And I can just remember, like, I was kind of lucky because the whole computer craze and Windows 95, which really started the, you know, like the internet and the home revolution and stuff like that with PCs, they were out there before, but they weren't as prevalent. So then I grew up with that being like, you know, 14 years old. So for me, I dove into that. But like Georgie was born, you know, in the mid-90s. So he has never had a world without the internet. He's never known that. His brother, younger, you know, the same. So I just wonder what that's like and how much more you can connect with stuff. I think that's kind of cool. Okay. Indeed, yeah, I like it. I like shooting down the rebellion. What can I say? It'll be even better when I have my TIE Fighter. Oh, I've been given a TIE Fighter bodysuit. How nice. Yes, sir. I will find and destroy the enemy, sir. Yes. Awesome. So we have the TIE Fighter bodysuit. Should I put it on? Yeah, I think I should. Okay, so let's see here. Get all this stuff. I think I can just equip this now. Formal shirt, and I gotta take off my pants first. Sorry, guys. Look away. There we go. So now I have my TIE Fighter outfit. That's not bad, actually. Looks pretty good. How could it be bugged? Like, the whole Storm Squadron doesn't work at all? Okay. I am 35, Import Demon. Is it Infernal Squadron? What is it? Is it Star Wars or is it something else? I'm not familiar with it. All right. Well, since you're into import cars, you might like this. I have a, it's a Hyundai Genesis coupe, and it's the 2.0 Turbo Premium Edition. I got it for like practically nothing. It was a really great deal coming off of a fleet vehicle status. So I got it for like 16K with 20,000 miles on it or something. It was an amazing deal, but the thing is fast. I love it. So I switched the logos on it to something like that people have never seen before, and it really turns heads because one, it didn't sell all that well as a car, so you don't see a ton of them, and it's slick looking and it's super nice, super fast. I like it. All right, man. I'll see you later. Good to have you on the stream today. Inquisition on Naboo. Yeah, well, we do the Inquisition squad. I haven't had any issues with it, so we should be good. I think myself and Rishi and Sunder are all Inquisition pilots on our other characters. See, they're just so easy to get behind. I love these slow Z95s. Don't love the amount of shieldings that they have versus a starter ship, but it's nothing like the movies when you see one-shot kills, huh? Alright, I'll kill this other guy too, just because I can. Alright, I think that's the last mission for the training sequence, so I should be considered a full pilot now. There we go. Let me go ahead and home port real quick. Interesting. Okay. Now, my wife has been really into like Clone Wars and all that. I never really watched those. I've been getting into Rebels with her, and we've been watching them nightly, which is cut into my gaming time. But that would probably be real exciting for her, because I don't know a whole lot about, early Saw Gerrera or anything like that. Yeah, just avoid the drama. That's the only thing I can tell you. Doesn't help anyone. And you also have to remember too that a lot of people you're playing with aren't very mature either. There's no aptitude test other than installing the game to play any of this. I appreciate that, Import Demon. That's pretty awesome. I have a shipwright, but I respect him into Taylor because I gotta look fabulous. So until I have him back, I might actually take you up on that. Alright, so if we get a duty mission here, I'm going to do that, and then I'm probably going to end the stream, because sorry guys, I'm not going to go that long tonight. This took a lot longer than I thought it would, but it was my fault for screwing it up at first. Okay, what kind of training? Let's do that. Awesome. We just got two, what is it? Okay? No, I'm trying to, damn it. Why can't I remember this? E, there it is. Space. Okay, so I just ended up getting my basic starship stuff. So now we can use my level 3 equipment I have in my pack, which is perfect. And we're moving our way up the ranking here. That's pretty cool. Alright, so I will take another mission. And we'll take a duty mission for the Destroy. I cannot imagine how much somebody would want to rip their eyes out if they just took the escort missions, because one, you don't make like any XP, and two, it's as boring as can be. But I guess there are some people out there that would like that because there's a lot of RP involved in that. I'm still trying to get her to finish reading Ahsoka. I bought that for her because Ahsoka is her favorite character ever. And she started reading it, and then she had all kinds of finals and issues at school to finish to graduate, and she got that all done, and now she hasn't done it. So let me see, can I get a new weapon in? I don't think I can. It's all like... What if I take the armor off? Let's see. If I unload the armor and I put in the weapon. Okay, but we still have some mass to play with. So what if I put in this? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now, can I get the capacitor in? That'd be a big deal. Okay, I can. So how about the shield? I don't think we have room for the shield. Yeah, okay, so we can't do the shield. Is there anything else that's on here that I don't need? Alright, well this is good. I mean, I just can't get hit now. Right? Alright. This will be fine. So I've gone ahead and I've put on some Isley. Okay. Yeah, I'll be right there. Give me a second. Wish I'd seen that before I hit launch. I'm gonna ruin this. Thank you. TIE Defender or TIE Punisher? I don't know what the TIE Punisher is. I like the TIE Defender, even if it's getting a little bit ridiculous with the... You know, it's like how many different shapes can we put around an eyeball, you know, and say it's different. But the Interceptor is probably my favorite. I kind of like the TIE Striker. I have the Lego version of that from Rogue One. By the way, I just want to say that I really liked Rogue One. Jorgie the other day expressed that he thought that it was, how did he put it? Like, after looking back at it, he didn't understand why he liked the movie the first time. And I think that's not fair at all, because it's really pushed the boundaries of what a Star Wars movie could be. You know, a little gritty and whatnot. Alright, I'm here, Atinla. Or, I'll be there. You meet me in Bestine, or do you not have the ability to do so? Alright. I'll just show up there. 1 second. My ship is damaged, though. That's weird. Oh, probably my components are from last time I used them. Oh, that's weird. There he is. Hero of Echo Base. Running away. Where'd he go? There he is. Okay. And you're always welcome to come back to our guild if you want as well. Huh. Alright, thank you, sir. Looks pretty cool. I appreciate that. I will go ahead and wear them forthright. Okay. I'll stay here. I definitely need a full set of armor. I don't have armor for anybody. So if you're going to offer that to me, I appreciate it. I'll hold it tight for you, and if you decide to come back to the game, you're totally welcome to. So, all right, man. Good to see you, Moff Sandoval. You have a good day. I hate the Bothans. I freaking hate the Bothans. I cannot tell you how much I hate the Bothans. You know? And you can thank Timothy Zahn for that, because Boris Falik is just totally insufferable. Caught. Is this the guy? Looks like this is the guy. I don't know. I don't know if I have enough room for all your items, man. But I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like, never have a group of anything gotten so far by playing that card. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have a full inventory. I was doing some treasure hunting. I figured out a way to do treasure hunting. Okay. Alright guys, so it's 10:30. What I'm gonna do, let's postpone this stream. I'm gonna stop it now, and we'll start again tomorrow from this point. So I have done all of the the starting quests here. So I'm going to start here tomorrow. I'll have a TIE Fighter. I'll get a custom TIE Fighter. We'll get that all set up. Is he still trying to trade with me? Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I have 5 tunes. You can have 5 tunes on this server, so I've made them all. I have 2 traders. One's not leveled up. He's just a sampling trader. One's fully leveled. He's shipwright, but respect into tailor, so I can make sexy clothes. Okay, he wants to trade now. Okay, I have 2 Jedi. I've got a dark side and a light side, and the other profession is a entertainer. Mark 1 Proton Missile Pack. Holy crap, I've never had one of those. And I've never had armor in this game either, since I have the Jedis. Nice. Dude, you're the man. Thank you very much, Atinla. I really appreciate it, bro. Now I gotta pay Rishi his money, so this all works. I owe Rishi 1 million credits, so there's that. Alright, thank you, Atinla. I do hope you change your mind, man, and come back, because, you know, this game will always be here in some way, most likely. Whether it's this server or another server, if it's available, I'm going to play on it. So, alright guys, I appreciate it. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, and check out some of the other ones. Sometimes our live streams aren't as exciting as I want them to be, but tomorrow night, I'm going to have a big live stream. Hopefully we'll get Rishi to fly with me as well, plus anyone else that's interested. So I will catch you later. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the verse.